line, and they're led out once again by freshman quarterback Tyler Seastitch, who coming into this one was just completing 48% of his passes. It's first on the team as far as completion percentage goes. Pitch here to Walker, near side of the field across the 35-yard line, and he's tripped up at the 37 after a pickup of 2. And now you're starting to see some of the second stringers come in for Mount SAC per se.
Well, there you go. Your answer, your question is answered already by Coach Chad.
That's on defense. I mean, the Mounties still got Taekwon Glass and Aaron Simpson and Solomon in the game.
Manley was in there too. I believe that was last drive for them. But
on a 2nd down and 8 here, the pass is incomplete. Far side of the field. Seastitch was going for John Franklin, the freshman wideout out of Pacific Lutheran High School in Lomita, California. And quickly here, it'll be 3rd and 8.
I'm looking for the Tamavena twins.
And they're chilling.
On the field.
They're relaxing tonight.
Yeah, it looks like they're not out there for the defense. So
no need to have them out there. There's still a possibility that the Mounties can find themselves in the postseason as Seastitch will throw it too far, intended for Brandon Boyd, incomplete to the near side of the field, and something that L.A. Harbor has been used to this season, a 3-and-out, and they'll be forced to punt.
Yeah, Aaron Simpson had him pretty tightly covered there, the Harbor receiver. That was Brandon Boyd, as you mentioned, 6'3" against a 5'9" in Simpson. But Simpson just as fast as their receiver out there, too.
Jack Moore, the freshman out of London, England, on to punt for L.A. Harbor, and a flag will fly in before the snap is back into the hands of England.
You sound like you're from London.
That was probably the worst accent impression I've ever heard in my lifetime.
Hey, I'm a Filipino-American.
You sounded a little bit more Filipino than you did English there. Penalty was against the Mounties. It was an offside penalty. Still a 4th down and still a punting situation for L.A. Harbor. Back deep to get it for the Mounties is Aaron Vons. Back into the hands of Moore, and the punt is away. Vons will let it hop. It's not a very good punt. It'll be downed inside the 35-yard line, right around the 33. So the Mounties will start at their own 33-yard line. 14:04 left to go in the second quarter. 27-0 Mount SAC. And I think sooner rather than later, it's going to be Ryan Orozco time here, right?
Yeah, but Alo's getting ready to head back in right now, it looks like, as far as what I can see. And it will be Alo for now. But there's plenty of time left here in the second quarter.
Well, a little update for you in that Long Beach City College Riverside game. Long Beach City College just missed a field goal. So RCC gets the football back, trailing 7-6. Mounties need RCC to win. They do. They trail Long Beach for that final playoff spot here in the National Southern Division. Screen pass here, near side of the field. Simpson will pick up a 1st down for the Mounties across the 45-yard line to the 46. Give Ryan Simpson 16 yards on the reception there to move the chains for Mount SAC. That's Simpson's 4th reception of the evening. 27-0 Mounties. 13:57 left to go second quarter. Not too often at the collegiate level. I'm not even talking junior college. Do you see the margin of victory this large? But it's been that way all year for L.A. Harbor. The discrepancy between the way the Seahawks have played, between really anybody else in junior college ball here in Southern California, it doesn't compare.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, they just have had a rough year at 1-7, 0-4 in conference, and really, they're playing big dogs here in the Central Division, and no pun to their program there. I'm sure it's a well-ran organization at L.A. Harbor, but you run into a team that had a tough loss last week in the Mounties, and they'll get at you. 2nd
and 12 for the Mounties. Allo going to air it out to the far side of the field, and he was going for Antoine Anderson, but Anderson slipped up as the ball arrived his way and couldn't catch it, incomplete, and now a 3rd and 12. L.A. Harbor looking to stop the Mounties for the first time tonight. The Mounties have scored on every single offensive possession.
I would run the ball here if I were the Mounties.
Wow.
Even though it's 3rd and 12, like you said, it doesn't seem like they can stop really the run game against Tolbert and Vaughn's Simpson on that last big carry for the Mounties.
3rd and 11 here nonetheless for Mount Sac. From their own 45, they lead 27-0 here in the second quarter, 13-10 left to go. Allo looks to air it out, will throw to the near side of the field, and it's incomplete. He was going for Dario Morris. And for the first time tonight, we're going to see Christian Fulham in the Mountie punting unit trot onto the field.
So L.A. Harbor finally stopping the Mounties. They're on a after they got a first down and then stopped right before midfield, and the Seahawks just trying to make this stop as far as the scoring for the Mounties.
Well, Fulham will boot it away. It's a high end-over-end kick that'll take a favorable Mountie hop inside the 15-yard line, and that's down to the 13. So Christian Fulham with another fantastic punt. He's been an unsung hero, per se, for the Mounties all season long as far as backing the opponent up in some pretty poor field position. 27-0 Mount Sac. 12:52 left to go, second quarter, and we'll get you updated like we said we would all night long on that RCC-LBCC game. 7-6, that game with about 8 minutes left to go in the first half from the home of the Vikings, the Veterans Memorial Stadium out there in Long Beach, place where the Mounties visited and took a loss in earlier this season. 41-38 was the loss for the Mounties in the game against LBCC. Walker the give here, and he's across the 15-yard line to the 17 for a pickup of 5. $27-0 Mount Sac. 12:41 left to go, second quarter. 2nd and 6 here for the Seahawks, who aren't playing like the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks. I think there's quite a discrepancy between Seattle and L.A. Harbor.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. 2nd and 6. Z-Stitch will roll out. He'll hit Harbor out of the backfield, and it's Darren Walker, who's right around a L.A. Harbor first down. He's about a yard short. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Seahawks. I feel like L.A. Harbor should rename their team to the Sea Kings. It just sounds better. L.A. Harbor Sea Kings. It's easier to say, too. Seahawks. Can't call a college-level team that. I just can't. 3rd and 1 here, nonetheless, for the Seahawks. From their own 24. 2 back set, 3 wide set. High snap. C-Stitch will hand off to Walker, and Walker picked up the first down across the 25-yard line to the 26.
Walker looks great here in the first half for the Seahawks. So lone bright spot in the offense. And Walker's numbers so far, 136 carries, 672 yards, averages about 84 yards a game. His problem is hanging on to the ball, as he's lost 2 fumbles, but also found the end zone 4 times so far.
You'll take what you can get if you're the L.A. Harbor offense. 27-0 Mount Sac, 11.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Hand off to Walker. He'll break a couple of tackles at the line of scrimmage, get to the near side of the field, and lost the football, but it was after his knee hit the ground, and Walker slow to get up after a pickup of 1 on first down.
I don't know if that was a Mountie or a Seahawk, but I felt that hit all the way up here in the press box, and a helmet flew off also. And thankfully no one was injured on that last hit, whoever that was taking it.
2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pickup on the ground, courtesy of Darren Walker, the 5'10", 200-pound running back out of Inglewood. On a 2nd and 9, pass over the middle, and it's incomplete. Dropped once again by John Franklin, the intended target, and it'll bring up a 3rd and long for L.A. Harbor. Had a lot of trouble holding on to the football tonight, haven't they?
Yeah. A lot of incomplete passes.
And I think that can be attributed to how hard the Mounties hit defensively.
Well, just if you get a good lick in early on, these guys are going to know that you're knocking on the doorstep right when they're right at your feet.
3rd and long. The snap is back. C-Stitch to look to throw. Fires across the middle of the field, and he has his man Brandon Boyd, but Boyd dropped the football. Incomplete. Another drop by a Seahawk receiver. Aaron Simpson there on the coverage. And what do you know? L.A. Harbor going to be forced to punt.
Boyd had it. I thought it was a completed pass there, as you were calling it too, Chris, where Boyd had it right at midfield and unfortunately dropped it on the way down.
I think so far, I think I've diagnosed some of the problems that L.A. Harbor's had through a quarter and, 4 minutes or so? So far in this game. It's just the little things.
Oof.
Punt's blocked here by the Mounties. It will travel across midfield and take a very favorable L.A. Harbor hop inside the 45.
That might have even traveled further than his last actual punt that didn't get blocked.
No, the Mounties just got a piece of it. And they'll start at their own 44-yard line, up 27-0. 10:41 left to go in the first half. Chris Sylvester, Brian Tabajay here with you on the Mountie Football Radio Network. Second to last regular season game. The season has flown by.
Absolutely. We've had a blast doing these games. I think that's why it's flown by so fast.
Unfortunately for the Mounties, as of right now, they're not in a position to make the postseason. They're going to need a little bit of help from their friends over at RCC to beat the Vikings of Long Beach City College tonight if the Mounties want to potentially. It's not a done deal even if the Vikings lose, but potentially propel themselves into that final spot in the National Division playoffs. Lamaris Tolbert gained 1 on the opening carry there on this drive for the Mounties. It's a 2nd and 9. Mounties have it at their own 45. 3 wide set. 2 aligned to the far side of the field. The snap is back. Allo to look to throw. Fire to the far side of the field. That's Steven Short. And Short into L.A. Harbor territory down to the 46-yard line, right around a Mountie first down. And we'll await to see where they mark the football.
Remember, Chris, we saw it a few weeks ago. The Mounties threw in a wrinkle, if you will, for their tight ends, and working in that game that we saw just a few games ago here at home. I believe that was the
game against Grossmont?
I believe it was Grossmont.
No, Citrus. That was the win against Citrus in the backyard brawl.
That's right, 41-17, that win against Citrus back on the 18th. But, you know, Coach Jabs and his staff mixing it up and seeing if they can utilize this wrinkle as I watch Steven Short now leave the field. But
no Derek Macon or Christopher Gilchrist anywhere to be found tonight. No reason. You don't need them.
They're on the sidelines, but
2nd and 12 here after Tolbert lost 2 on the ground. Allo to look to throw. Fire to the far side of the field, and it's Antoine Anderson who will corral it inside the 40-yard line down to the 38 for a pickup of 9 on 2nd and 11. It'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Mounties. So 3rd and short upcoming for the Mounties at the L.A. Harbor 38. They need 2 yards down to the 36 for a first down. 4 wide set for the Mounties, 3 aligned to the near side of the field. The give will go to Tolbert, and Tolbert was tripped up just before that first down marker, which rests at the 36-yard line, and it'll be a 4th and inches situation here for Mount SAC. And up 27-0 with 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter at the Seahawk 37-yard line. I'm assuming they'll go for it.
Pound the ball.
Looks like they will.
Pound the ball through. As you see Brandon Wilson get up in there for a tight package for Justin Allo. Possibly a give to him.
You think so?
I would think so, yeah. There's going to be a timeout by Mount SAC now.
Coach Jabs feels like you got 3 timeouts a half. At least use 1 for the heck of it, right?
Maybe
execution here on a 4th and inches. You might be you might face a 4th and inches in a critical game down the road.
No doubt about it. And